Hello and welcome to my channel, and I'm sorry I've got some bad news for you. This video is not a reaction. Once upon a time, season 1 episode 5, that still small voice keeps getting blocked worldwide every time I try and upload it. So I've given up, and instead I'll have to tell you what I thought about the episode. We start off in Fairy Tale Land, and to be quite honest, I didn't know what was going on at first. The little boy thieving, it soon became apparent that they were a family of con artists. And even when he pulled out the little cage with the cricket inside, I realised then that we was getting Jiminy Cricket's story, but I didn't at that point realise that the boy was Jiminy Cricket. I didn't realise that the boy was Archie. Then we come back to normal day, should we say, present day, we'll call it, and Emma Swan becoming a deputy. And what happens on her first minute on the job? This is what I thought of that. What the hell? I mean, let's face it, this episode was really very much focused on the relationship between Archie and Henry. They spent a lot of time exploring that. It almost seemed that the other scenes were just there to fill in, especially the Snow White scenes, which in this episode I wasn't particularly interested in. I was more interested in Jiminy Cricket's story. And I particularly liked the scene with Archie and the Evil Queen, whose real world name I still cannot remember. Henry's mum. Henry's adopted mum. The Mayor. I'll call her the Mayor from now on. We see how manipulative the Mayor can be when she basically orders Archie to do what she wants rather than what he thinks is medically correct. And I particularly loved the conclusion to that. Now we get to the bit where the Mayor picks up that object from the ground after the explosion, or after the collapse. We didn't really find out what that was, and that intrigues me because we see her throw it down the well at the end, or down the shaft at the end, and it joined what looked like others down there. But as yet I have no idea what the significance of that is. And also, what is the significance of those boys' parents? I can't imagine that scene was put in there purely by accident. And the fact that Rumpelstiltskin collected the bodies regardless of the fact that they were the wrong bodies. Because we see Mr. Gold at the end in the real world with the dolls. So something's going on there, that he was able to bring those dolls from the fairy tale world into the real world. The scenes of Archie and Henry in the mine shaft, I think, were just there for reinforcements. I found them very interesting, but I think their repercussions have yet to be revealed. It was certainly a case of Archie not so much believing Henry, but being on side with Henry against the Mayor. And we definitely saw that at the very, very end, where Archie stands up to the Mayor. And here's my reaction to that scene.
And let me do it the way my conscience tells me to.
Oh, nice. That was awesome. Brilliant. I loved it. And so we come to the end. Henry and Archie were rescued, and the Mayor's seeming friendship with Emma Swan is cut short like that. The fierceness with which she dismisses Emma is just pure venom. And then of course, the very, very last scene when the fairy godmother comes down when Jiminy in the fantasy world is wishing upon a star, and he becomes Jiminy Cricket. And it was, I think, at this point when I realised that the similarities between their fairy tale personalities and their real world personalities are not random. You know, it seems quite obvious that Jiminy Cricket was the voice of conscience, and being a psychiatrist is a kind of sort of a real world parallel to that. So yeah, I've realised now that things aren't as random as they seem, and I've got to look a little bit deeper into the fantasy before I can realise who is who in the real world. But I look forward to my journey through this. I thank you for bearing with me through this unfortunate incident. I did try and upload the actual reaction, the full reaction, in various edited forms about 4 times, but every time it came back as blocked worldwide by Disney. I'm not going to fight a file dispute against Disney. That would be a disastrous mistake. So unfortunately I have to present this episode in this way. Hopefully in a few days I'll be able to film another OUAT episode 6 and be able to present you the proper reaction as normal. Until then, I thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.